As the insiders call it, the game.
It's the game. You guys want to know about the game?
I believe Triple H's entrance music would say it's all about the game
all about
and how you play it.
Yeah,
it's all about the game. That's if you can't take it. It's all about the game.
They don't understand because understanding is not in their vocab. Hello. Bring it to the side. Bring it back. Tomahawk dunk. Hello.
Just watch this.
Welcome. Stop that. Welcome. Gratitas. That was another language. If I offended anybody, I am not sorry because it really wasn't a language. We are on the Just Busy back channel. Just BC. Because I'm black and
because I love you.
It's just big channel, man. On YouTube for you niggas out there visually seeing what's going on in here. You get the decor in the back. You see the pastry hat and all this good shit and weight put on and beards and all that good shit. You see all that shit.
You see the floral.
You know what I mean? And for everybody else and YouTubers, it is watermelon versus pumpkin water here.
Malone.
Mm-hmm.
Water Carl
here. Pumpkin. I think Asian man came up with pumpkins. I don't know. I don't think they really eat that.
I hope so. No, but they eat it like we don't. They eat like they'll bake a pumpkin and fucking eat it.
They eat the grind and shit. Like, you niggas eating pumpkin stem in this bitch?
Stemming it?
You niggas eating stir-fried pumpkin stem?
Stern to stem.
That don't even make sense, but
that's what you got to shout out to other countries and other different ethnicities. They don't waste shit like we waste shit. Like, you know how if we're going to eat crab, like, you know what I'm not touching is any part of that middle part of the crab.
Entrails.
Absolutely not. But them, that's first. And then the other shit is for whatever. But they're like, no, I love the inside.
It up with fucking hot sauce. They say it's aphrodisiac. You go long, hard like rock. Yeah, no, I'm all set. Me and my lady have an understanding that if I complete before her and she didn't get hers, then I got you next time. I don't.
Oh, no.
That's a straight fucking chauvinistic bullshit, right? That's what the ladies are saying. You're chauvinistic. You
next time. I got you next time.
I got you. But isn't that what it is? Like, I mean, sometimes niggas after that one shot, it's like, hold on. I know, it's like, just keep going through it. I mean, sometimes you can't power through.
Right.
Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. You know what I mean? It's levels to that shit, man.
There's definitely an interesting, and we're getting way too deep, way too quick. There's definitely an interesting thing of like the immediate when you are having sex and you go past, and everyone knows their own point when you go past that point of like, okay, regardless if I stopped fucking, pulled out right now and saw a corpse on the ground, I'm still coming. You know what I mean? When we hit past the point, and at that point,
right,
that's the exact moment every single time that the girl goes, what? Don't stop.
I have to.
You know, it's over regardless if I pull out right now and punch myself in the dick. I'm still coming. It doesn't matter. Like, as soon as I went to the vinegar strokes, I'm gonna. Yeah, don't stop. Oh, you fucking kidding me.
It's going down. I'm stopping.
Like, no, it is stopping. And even to get even filthier, but it's always funny that when, like, say if you have a condom on and you finish inside and then there's still just grinding on the flop. You know what I'm saying? The name of this episode is called Grinding on the Flop. But that's the best part because, and then say if they finish as well too, and then you're just like, hey, good for you, because that shit, my shit was flopping.
Listen, I grabbed and squeezed. yeah.
Keep some blood in it.
I'm dying here, baby. Listen, once the shot goes, it goes. I mean, you know, I think sometimes ladies get confused watching these damn movies. Like, these niggas is taking supplements and shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
These niggas take shit to keep them shits going, man. You know what I mean?
And if there's people out there, and I know that I've heard, you know, stories and rumors and tales as a young child. If the dudes, whoever can do that shit where you just bust and then go right back and keep go, good for you.
Good for
you. Know
you.
what I'm saying?
That's listen.
Applause. Listen, it's not gay, but I bet,
listen. I wish I was that.
Dude,
I wish I could. I mean, I've been known. I had moments. I think I want to say alcohol was involved. Something might have been involved. Some sort of stimulant of some sort was able to be like, oh, power through. And then until it's just like, oh, he dead.
Yep.
He dead.
It's over.
But ladies, You can always get back up. Usually 90-some% of the chance. You gotta put your mouth on it. You know, that game is, you gotta get him up, baby. You know, that nigga needs assistance.
So what we're saying is I am his, not your co-host, Lil Mattress, LILMATTRESS. Welcome to the Watermelon versus Pumpkin podcast, episode 94 in this mug.
1994, my niggas.
Now listen, to give you some input on the podcast, some little behind the scenes shit, what we do, hey man, what's on the news? What do you want to talk about? What happened in your life? What happened in our life? Then we sit down, and 99% of the time, something else goes on. Before we started talking, we were not talking about sex. We were not talking about ejaculation and then being able to stay hard or not. No. It just, I don't understand what happens, but sometimes we sit down. I will even admit to you that there's times where I'm nervous because I'm like, fuck, man, we don't have much to talk about. And then we sit down and it just somehow fucking works. You know what I mean? And
so we started off talking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then pussy just came right up. I don't know if there's a connection between childhood, peanut butter and jelly, pussy comes together somewhere. Maybe you shared with little Sarah on the playground, and eventually she got old enough to give you the pussy. I don't know.
Might happen.
You know, these are all connection points. What is your connection point with peanut butter and jelly?
This is knowledge. These is bars.
These are just sandwich snack gems, nigga. I just need y'all to get y'all shit together.
But man, we notice that the downloads are happening. We notice that people are watching more. And for anyone out there, man, please don't keep it a secret. Like, share, subscribe, tell somebody else about it. Be like, oh my God, he's black, he's white, and they talk. Listen.
And they start off the show talking about vagina. Vagina.
That sounded like so much like a real uptight women with like the high bowl cut. They're just in vagina, like they hate it.
Like
they're so mad that they have one. Yeah, they're so mad that they have one.
You can't take it. You can have it.
Vagina.
I don't even want it. Make me sick. All of you men. Like, God, I know niggas make me sick too, but still, baby, you ain't gotta be that rough.
But I'm telling you, man, if you got the heart, if you could do it, turn a girl down and see what happens. See what happens. See what they do. Shit gets weird.
Turn down the dime piece too.
Shit gets weird.
I want you to
not the first time. Don't turn it down the first time. I'm telling you, like, when you're
when you know she's in the bag. You know you got her in the bag.
Yeah.
Don't fuck your shit up for future references. But I think if you turn down the dime and she gets real hot, I'm like, nah, baby, I'm good with that. You know, so, what? Yeah, I be fucking with my lady all the time with that. So, I said, it's, because it's us. I got to wait for you to be in the mood or chase. I mean, it's always the chase. You know what I mean? You're in the mood? Guess what? I always am. I always have been. But I would say, out of curiosity, it'd be hard for me to do, all more ways than one, hard to be not hard, to sit there and have you throw yourself and get that look and that touch, and you know how to get to a nigga loins and groins, and then be like, baby, I got a headache. I just like
I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Listen, I done fucked with many headaches before,
right?
But it's just straight ice pack on the head, like niggas got no shame because we're men and we ain't shit sometimes.
You know what's crazy too? Fucking when you're sick. And when you're sick, to be honest with you, you last longer because your body doesn't feel shit.
It's like, I don't even know what's going on. Just go, nigga. Ron Jeremy did shit like this, nigga.
I remember though one time dead ass stopping in the middle of sex because it was the first time I had done mushrooms with this female, and in the middle of having sex, it was like I didn't know if it was a fish, if it was a fucking, I didn't know what was happening, and I was just like, I remember saying in the middle of sex, I was like, I have to stop. I can't.
What? I don't know. You're fucking turning into a leprechaun on me. Your face is shifting.
Do this, yeah, because. People kiss with their eyes closed, and during sex, kissing, and then just being like, in my own head, like, what am I kissing? What am I tonguing down? What is it like?
What is it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't. It almost feels like
the shit, man. I think that for people when you do reminisce, folks, on your kissing days, maybe your first kissing or whatever, I think first kiss is usually an eyes open goes like, is she enjoying it as much as me? Yeah.
No, but the funny thing is because when you're young like that, it's you open your eyes to see if her eyes are open, and you know what? Same time you. Oh no, I was just checking. Okay, yeah. Baby,
Just don't look. Don't look at me like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, it's weird though, man.
Be like Gary Payton, boo. Give me the no look. Give me the no look.
Yo, shit. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes, who's doing the no look in football.
Nice.
I don't know if you know
no look
about this.
passes in football,
Bro. He is the first nigga doing this right now. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. He practices the shit. You know what I mean? He practices and he does it in the game. This shit is crazy.
Whoa.
Like he's fucking looking off fucking DBs. He's looking off linebackers. Like because linebackers, for those that know the game of football, linebackers, DBs, they read the quarterback's eyes a lot. Wherever he's going, his head, they're reading his eyes. Where's his eyes going? The bigger the eyes, the better. Nigga, where's he going? So Mahomes, he looks him off. He follows this nigga over here, knowing where the route is over there, looks off that linebacker, chasing his eyes, following this nigga, and throws it over there.
Wow.
And he completes it a lot of the times. This shit is crazy. I'm like, and the nigga practices this shit. In
That's
routes,
dope.
that game time routes, he practices the no look.
Well, because if you haven't played any type of organized football, something that people might not know is a lot of the times, like, you're not running 99% of the time. You're not running just like, fuck it, we'll do it. No, you run to the 30-yard line and the ball will be at the 30-yard line.
Right.
Like,
Turn
that's
around
what it
and
is.
something's coming.
Exactly.
Turn around high.
Yeah.
It's right there. The ball should already, for those design routes, especially with the Patriots, man, they're really good at it. That ball is out of his hands before that guy even spins around.
Yep.
They just know in practice, like, yo, when you spin
That's
around,
where it's going.
expect it to be there as soon as you turn around. So keep your hands out. As soon as you turn, they can throw them out. Throw them biscuits out because you're going to catch this shit.
I remember in high school once when they were just like, it'll be at the hashtag and just being like, what? And then
it'll be there.
going or the hash mark, not the hashtag. Just going and then just be, oh shit, it was. This shit is amazing.
This shit was right there, nigga. It's like this planned out shit works, nigga. It just
Yep.
So basically what he's saying is you can do the no look pass, but you don't recommend the no look kiss.
Yeah. The no look kiss is rough.
I remember that, man, because I remember one of my first times when I was younger and I felt as though she was pretty. And then when the eyes open up, you start seeing weird blemishes on their face, and it's like you never got
You're
that
just
close.
too close.
Right,
Forest
and it's kind of
Street,
like
too close.
Now I'm seeing your follicles and shit. Like this bitch got a mustache.
Too close, man.
I've never seen this stash before. What is this? I'm looking up your nose. You don't really blow too much. Like shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Eyes looking funny. Nose. I shouldn't have to look into your pores. I think that's the main reason why people don't look when they're kissing. Poor looks are not a good look. You know what I mean? Ooh, poor
looks with the poor looks. Look how this with the bottle of water. Check how the poor look.
Ooh, I go to the motherfucking notion to see how the shore looks, nigga. I don't. I gotta bite this mic.
I go to the homeless shelter just to see how the poor look.
Ooh.
Listen.
Oh my God. Why him did that? Oh man. So this is 94, man. Episode 94. Farting 4, man. Farting 4.
Episode 94. We appreciate anybody for joining us, man. If you're watching, if you're listening, if you're doing all that stuff, you've been with us since day one. If you're here at day 94.
Ooh, my Dons and Dobbies. That's what I call it. Dons and Dobbies. Dons, day one niggas. D-O-N. Dobbs, day one bitches. D-O-Bs. Dons and Dobbies. It might be something. Look for it.
But that also might be going away because Portland is starting some wild shit, and Portland's being known for some wild shit. But they're apparently spending $195 million on a whole
Oregon,
renovation,
right? Portland, Oregon,
on a whole renovation of a certain government building out there to take out all the urinals and replace them all with stalled fucking bathrooms and everything like that because
all gender bathroom.
That's what it is now. They just want all gender. They want no difference between the men and women, and shit's getting weird, man.
That's strange. I'm not, and it's nothing saying, well, we have to be different. No, it's for a reason, man. There's fucking sick people out there. You're talking about using the same bathrooms as somebody that might be a rapist. Like, come on, man. I don't want to send my fucking kid into the bathroom with some grown ass man.
Well, let me put it to you like this. Even not even going as far as the kid thing. First off, like, if you work in an office, if you work in any type of building like that, that's co-ed.
Right.
Think about the creep because whatever job you're at, you know him.
Right.
Whatever job with the dude that's just like.
Where's Marsha? Did Marsha go to the bathroom?
Exactly.
Did she go?
You know
running.
he is the fucking weird guy that's looking at all the girls when
Right.
it's a little bit hot on, they got something
Right.
low cut. Well, all the weird fucking dude that's stealing their napkins so he could fucking eat it later. They're
Right.
just weird motherfuckers.
And now they have an easier chance to fucking set up lipstick cameras and shit.
Word.
People that put in those little fucking hidden cameras. When you got a all gender bathroom, He's like, well, I'll risk seeing a dick or two to get that box shot. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
niggas is real about they fucking weird, crazy fetishes, man. Like, nah, nigga, I'll see a ball or two. That's not what I came for. That's not what I came for.
I'll fast forward through it.
Fast forward. Paul's like, that nigga got a. What is that?
No, man, it's a weird shit because it's not about using the same bathroom because obviously every one-stall bathroom, every porta potty is obviously, it's not about the same. It's about being in there at the same time, and regardless of how advanced we feel that we are, there's still immature, stupid motherfuckers out there. Like, even just think about like how many times have you pissed and then like you're at the sink buttoning up and shit like that, and it's just say you're doing you come out the store hot.
You know what I mean? It's like come on, like woo. You know what I mean? I tuck up when I come out, but now it's like I have to get everything together in the stall before I come out because there might be a possibility of a lady in there and maybe a young lady.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like now there's a young lady in there and like, hey mom, I seen a penis today. Like
even there's that, and then think about like. I'm not even saying with any sexual attachment to it. I'm just saying even there's going to be uncomfortable situations like think about you're taking a dump, like a rough dump, and then just like this lady with her little daughter comes in and like sits on the fucking toilet next to you. Obviously in another stall and shit like that.
But then you're hearing everything. Like, Mommy, damn! All right, cut it out. And like some mother yelling at a kid, and you're sitting there. I'm just trying to take a shit here.
Yeah.
What is this?
And you're taking one of those like life-changing dumps.
Right.
And
listen,
just,
man, shit's another kind of shit.
There's stuff that these women do not need to be fucking exposed to.
Right, like man shit. Like, like we take nasty shits, man. Yeah, you've never been in a men's room, lady, but I guess now you're going to be. And I mean. Is it wrong to be separate of certain things? I mean, does it have to be? Do men have to wear tampons now to understand the realness of it? Like, I mean, just wear a pad for a day just to make sure that you know what it's like. What? I'll take your word for it. Like, man, I don't want to. You know what I mean? That's your thing. I mess with my lady sometimes when she goes, well, you could do that. That's the man thing. I said, this is interesting. I like this to keep going because. I mean, if we're gonna do that, there's a whole laundry list of women things. You know what I mean? Like if we're doing man things and women things, and I'm gonna need you to quit your job and stay at home. Right? Take care of the kids. I need
hey,
you to
babe,
cook and clean the
when
house
I
every
walk
day.
in the house every day after work, I'm gonna need you to be at the simultaneous time putting dinner on the fucking table, boo.
And then run my bath. Massage my feet.
If you dare ever raise your voice,
It's
man.
2 slaps. Like that's the life we want to go to that. Is that what you want? But it's like. It's okay to be a fucking man, and it's okay to be a woman, and it's okay to appreciate women thing, and it's okay for a man to do men things. I don't understand why does it have to be like, no, it shouldn't be. We need to be together. Yeah. That's only the people that are in those, as Dave Chappelle said, the alphabet crew. It's like, yo, just be who you are and fucking live, man. Why does it have to be like, I need you here with me on this journey? It's your fucking journey, not mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
I think it's a weird situation of like, how far is it gonna go? You know, like this is the beginning, and then it's everyone's just afraid of ever telling anybody no. And I think that's like the problem that we're getting into is just everyone wants to eliminate every other possibility of anybody saying no to them, which is just so fucking weird. And I don't know how it got to this far with just bending to people where it's like, I mean, I get it. It's gotta be uncomfortable being in that situation. It's gotta suck. Like, say if you look like a man, but you feel that you're a woman and you don't know which bathroom to go into. But it's, I feel like it's, if you just go in whatever bathroom you feel most comfortable going into, most people aren't gonna like lose their fucking mind. But if you're, let's say looking like a man with a full beard and a ponytail and all this other shit, and like you walk into the women's bathroom, you can't freak out when they're a little bit freaked out. I mean, unless you drop trout and whip the clam out and be like, no, guys, see, I'm just like you.
I'm just like you. Look, see, snip and cut. But when you look at it, eventually, this is not going to be enough because that's just how people are nowadays.
Yeah.
That's not going to be enough. Now it's going to be you're going to go into an establishment and they're going to have fucking 3 to 4 different bathrooms, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like no, that's all.
But that's what's going to be too. It's going to be demanded, and it's going to be hey, have to.
That's the queer bathroom. That's the gay bathroom. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? It's like. How about you just go use the bathroom and get the fuck out of there?
But then that's what I'm wondering too. So then you have to see. I wonder what bathroom regulations are on like how many toilets do you need for a certain thing, or are restaurants just going to be like, listen, we have one bathroom with one toilet in it. That's that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
because listen, these establishments and restaurants and businesses, they were able easily to cut corners on men's bathroom because men, they put like one stall in there or maybe two, and it's urinals all over. You know what I mean? And it takes up less room, and
yeah.
wanted to just leave it at that, man.
Dude, there's you ever been to I'm thinking like fairs, and I'm thinking different stuff like that with just the straight up trough for everyone to piss in.
Oh, yes.
You been to those before?
Listen,
that shit is wild.
My high school had it, man.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I haven't been to a high school game in a while, but the fucking football stadium for my high school, they had that trough. Then that was in the 90s. You know what I mean? And they had it after I graduated, and it was still like in the 2000s. They still had it. I don't know about now because I haven't been to the game, but I can only imagine they probably do. But
I could imagine.
Not, but because nowadays it's more, sensitive with things.
Honestly, yeah, like the first person to complain, it would be
right. Shut it down, get them out of there. Like my kid felt uncomfortable. We got pecker peekers, get them out.
Yeah, because that's the thing where like I don't ever want to be mistaken over like I have no problem pissing where a woman just pissed. That's right. Not what it is. Or
do it every day.
Or
women in my house.
any other person on the gambit, whatever you identify as. You know what I mean? It's not about using the same bathroom. It's kind of like using it at the same time. There's going to be just some weird, uncomfortable like. There's just going to be weird, uncomfortable things where all I see is sexual harassment that isn't sexual harassment, that just like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, man, it's just going to be.
You're heading for a lot of problems there, I think. And, him hitting on her while she's coming out, pulling up her pants. Like, what if she's coming out? And then you got people that are, people that are fucked up, man, and they get high and shit, and they'll come out and they'll be asses. And, I'm pretty sure women can speak for women that do crazy shit in the women's room that I don't know about.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I used to do bar backing at clubs, like, the women's bathroom would be wrecked every single time. Like the men's bathroom wouldn't be great, but the women's bathroom would be like.
That's because we go in there, we hit urinals, and we shake and leave. You know what I mean? And some niggas don't wash their hands, but they should.
Listen, sometimes my dick is cleaner than that entire bathroom, so I will walk in, I'll shoulder the door, walk in, and just fucking. The only thing, listen, I trust my own dick more than anything in here, so I don't like that. I'll go back out.
I'm gonna wash my hands before I touch my dick.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Nigga. That's where I'm at.
I wash my hands before I touch my dick, then I'm going out.
Right. I don't trust this place at all. But at some point, like you said, it's gotta stop, man. I mean, what are we gonna do here? Like they're trying to be trendsetters. It's Portland. We're trendsetters. Yeah, but is that a trend, or is that just somebody that said we can pull it off? Let's try.
It's the weird. I think. Oh man, this is gonna sound so weird, but the inclusivity almost becomes too much. Where it's like. It's almost like a denial that people really are different. Like there are different, and for me, it's even like not for me as a person. I don't think I'd be uncomfortable walking into a bathroom and seeing anybody. I'm talking more of the perspective of I don't even know if women get asked enough about this. Of like, say there's some girl 5'3", she's fucking 13 years old. Me and you walk in, like, and I'm not even doing anything other than just walking in and being us to go and take a piss, like.
Look funny.
She could just be super uncomfortable and super weird, and it's like
now you're talking about even like that's even crazier when you're talking about shit like that. Now you take that same scenario, the young 13-year-old girl, she goes in there by herself. She's short, little 13-year-old girl, and now dudes just came from I don't know, maybe at a basketball event. You know what I mean? And it's like fucking 8 dudes that are all boys. Like they're in the bathroom, they gotta use it. And maybe they're drinking and they're acting stupid and being disrespectful. One will whip his dick out because. A lot of guys do dumb shit like I just showed.
Well, one dude's gonna piss in the sink because the other bathrooms are taking shit like that.
His
where
dick's
it's like
coming out, he's pissing in the sink, he's drunk, and you know what I mean. It's like this is better than a dick pic. I'm gonna whip it out. What do you think?
For me, I just see like I don't see anything good coming of it besides perhaps trans people could be like, I'm never going to get stopped on the way to the bathroom or something like that. Like I feel like it's.
I think that whatever they look like is the bathroom they're going to go into. Like if you're dressed like a woman, then you go over there. That's what you feel like, right? If that's a true statement of how you feel, then just go use the women's, man.
I just feel like it's make everybody else uncomfortable so a slight sliver of people aren't uncomfortable, and that shit got weird to me.
That is kind of fucked up. Think about it, it's like,
to where I'm not saying try to make trans people uncomfortable. I'm saying like, listen, you are the minority. We'll try to help you out where we can, but that doesn't mean that everybody else has to change. Like, it's such a fucking.
But it's one of those things that
it's burn the house down because there's a spider in the house. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit where it's like, I just think it's an overreaction.
I want to say uncomfort shaming. That's
hello.
You know, like if you're uncomfortable, like motherfuckers will shame you for it. Like, I don't think that should be a thing. Like, isn't that what you're against? It was funny because we had my neighbors upstairs, my new place I moved into, two ladies, you know, me and a gay couple, cool people and shit, you know. But we did some decorations for Halloween, you know, and they came home. My lady was like, "Oh," she goes, "I hope you don't mind. I don't even know, you know, but we decorated, you know." She goes like, you know, she was just laughing. She's like, "Oh, you know, it's kind of too late if so, you know," laughing. Then in my head is sitting there like, you laugh, but it's like, I think you were kind of being serious about that. And then in my head, I go, you know what kills me about some people, like, you know, especially somebody that might be from the gay community or whatever, and it's like, you motherfuckers is real judgmental, man. For somebody that doesn't want to be judged, you know what I mean? It's oh, so let me guess. So now it's like she had this whole thing. I was like, that's the devil's holiday. Okay, so now we're really religious. Like, you can't pick and choose to me. Like, you know what I mean? I've seen a lot of gay people that were very devout Christians. Yeah. And that always threw me off. Like, I don't understand how you're true to your religion, but then that part, what you're doing is bad in your book. You skip by it? I don't know.
Well, that's where that term alternative facts really does come in, because especially in the Bible, it's how you interpret it. Right. And so then, but I interpret it like this, I interpret it like this, but I'm right and I'm right. And so it's people really like, it's crazy how alternative facts, when you first hear it, it's like, well, no. Fact is just 2 + 2 = 4. Right. And yeah, of course, in math, it still works. But in people's opinions, like with anything out there nowadays, if you believe Donald Trump's a good president, you can find everything that you need to back that up. If you believe he's a bad president, you can find everything you need to back that up. So it's almost like you make your final opinion, and then you go find shit to back it up. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right.
And then you find a crew of people to run with your opinion-making crew. Everybody feel the same? All right, let's get a petition now. Let's, you know. And then if the guy says, hey, I'm just saying, it's just a shame I feel. You know, I feel as though if somebody's saying, hey, you know what? This kind of makes me uncomfortable, you know. And then the people that are the ones that saying, like, "Whoa, how dare you? Are you homophobic with it?" No. How the fuck? Why can't he just say he's uncomfortable? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I got gay relatives and all that, man. I'm not really uncomfortable with that. But being in a certain setting, I might be. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, it's not family. You know what I mean? Not to say that these niggas gonna rape me. That's not the kind of uncomfort. You know what I mean? It's just it's not. You know what I mean? That comfortable flow at times. You know what I mean? I think it's okay to feel that way, man. I think so, but some people, they just make it seem like it's not.
Well, like we've talked about before, there's such a big movement of inclusivity with everybody now, unless you disagree with me. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, we want everyone to be able to do whatever they want, and we just love everyone and respect everyone, but you have to agree with everything that we're saying here. This isn't like, no, you don't get your own ideas. We're saying like we all want you to be
it's like saying
with us.
Saying agree to disagree is not good enough.
Yes.
You know I mean, it's like, I agree to disagree. No, that's not good enough. We need you to agree. Or we're going to sit
not
here.
Not even agree. It's we need you to agree, and we need you to be on our side, and we need you to fight for us, and we need to make your entire life about this. When it's like, how about I just go with like, hey, you do you, I'll do me. We'll be cool.
Right, you know? Right. There's a certain
and that's not just. I'm not, and I don't mean that just in the whole gay conversation, trans conversation. I mean that in anything.
Right. Anybody. I mean,
we've fallen into that with musical artists before, where like some people like, yo, you're another musical artist, and somehow now you think I'm a fan and should be promoting your music. When it's like, yo, just do you. Cool, man.
Right.
Good for you.
And they're supposed to share fans. That's what we're going to do. Not make me one.
Yeah.
Tell your friends about me. You know what? I'll tell my fans that did fuck with me. Like, yo, check them out. Not to say they like you, but I'll tell them to check you out anyways. That's how we work that. Not like, yo, I noticed that when I was performing, you didn't hear any of my songs. So what you're telling me is you don't like my music. I mean, because you told me my shit was hot. Were you lying? Like, what the fuck is you talking about, man?
Yeah. That was the unfortunate Connecticut curse was 10 times as many artists as there were fans.
CC. I don't even know what the scene is like in Connecticut nowadays. I haven't been to some of these shows. One too long back, but I can only imagine. I know everything now is pay.
Yeah.
Pay to play. You want to, hey, can I open up for DMX? Sure. Here's about $500 in pre-sale tickets. Give us the $500 and you'll get your money back by selling the tickets. Good. All right.
I think pay to play makes sense if it makes sense.
Right.
But paying $750 to open for DMX for 10 minutes does not make sense.
That does
you know
not.
what I mean?
Relevancy here. What are we doing? I mean, unless you're going to be on his reality show. You know what I mean? It's not much, you know what I mean? His music shit ain't pop, it ain't slapping. No. Everybody that was in there is, motherfuckers our age and shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mid-30s people, to late.
Yeah, it's really rare that me at age 36, am I going to find a new rapper that I want to listen to?
I do. I'm still involved with the eras of finding people newer people I like. But I wouldn't go as far as fanatic,
It's a dig. Like right. you gotta go and find. You know what I mean?
That's why Spotify my shit.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to Spot. We on Spotify too.
For me, it's almost like Chinese food where I'm like, I know I like beef and broccoli, so I'm gonna order beef and broccoli. So like when I'm listening to music, I'm like, yo, I know I like this, so I'm gonna put this on instead of sometimes some
crapshoot.
Yeah.
Traveling
outside.
I do a crapshoot once in a while, and then it's like some of it's unsuccessful, very much so. Mm-hmm. It's once in a while you're like, all right, I fuck with this. I like this. Certain album songs, and every time I get somebody new, what I always do is I just listen. You know what I mean? I never go to the visuals.
Yeah,
I really enjoy the rap group. These guys, they've been around for a couple years. Newer guys, Flatbush Zombies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I've heard of them, but I haven't heard them.
Yeah, they got dope shit, man. They got like some real kind of hip hop type shit, But I'm not trying to go to a Flatbush Zombie concert. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, but I enjoy their music, But I know certain things is like, I'm that guy that admires the culture and the music. But, it doesn't mean that I have to, like, feel like I'm a young boy. You know what I mean? I don't have to do young boy shit to be a part of that music. I'm going to like who I like because of the music, not because of now the young crowd. They do more visual. You know what I mean? I want to see what you're about before hearing your music. You know what I mean? That's why, like, Tekashi 6ix9ine blew up because it's like, his music was dope, but I feel like somebody else could have did that and not had the same success rate because they didn't have 100 fucking gang members doing a bunch of wild shit in videos, man. Yep. That brings attention,
his visual helped him so fucking much.
Oh, the backing he had, and this one little half Mexican kid with fucking 600 black dudes, and they backing him.
They're talking about he might be out of jail soon.
That's the talk?
Yeah.
Oh, he feels as though he's going to have a great career.
They're talking about he might be out of jail in like 2 months. Wow. Like, because everything is over with he told it all. Like, other people already went to jail, all that shit. And his sentencing was in January, and the government put in a speed up. I'm not using correct technical jargon here, but the government put in a, hey, let's move up a sentencing date, bump it up. Which they were talking from the I had this real good source. It was just random person on the internet, but they were saying that usually when that happens, that means like, if they bump up your sentencing date, that means like, what else would it be for but to, we get you out of here.
Right. Yeah, and he's going to go to Mexico or something. I mean, he thinks he's going to have a great rap career after that. But because of this type of music he made, I'd say no. Just for that. You know what I mean? But then it's like you never know with people. Like you said, it's a very forgiving era.
I think people our age would hear, but even I can't even say that because you know what? If he puts out a good song, I'm gonna listen to it. Like I have no fucking allegiance to like
snitching.
Yes, fully well. I understand this gentleman is a snitch, but if he puts a hot song out, I'm probably gonna listen to it. But even like I didn't listen to his music before. Like there were a couple songs I heard every now and I was like, okay,
I fucked with him a little bit.
It's not like I was bumping this dude's shit, but I mean, he's gonna have a problem collabing with people, definitely.
Oh yeah,
but
blackballed.
He's gonna have a problem getting on the radio.
Like we were saying
but dude, he's gonna have a career. He's not gonna have the same career.
He can go overseas with it, China and all them. Like they don't have that concept of no snitching as much. You know what I mean? That's the American shit. That's what we do.
To me, he's not gonna have the same career, but he's definitely going to have a career.
Right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say he's gonna get bounced out, man. It's gonna be what happened to. I think. I don't know. 1 year wonder. It's one hit wonders and it is 1 year wonders. After that 1 year strong work ethic, this is what happened to that nigga. Where? Oh, he got arrested, locked up. Okay.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Then you got to think about like does he need to keep doing something? You know what I mean? For
right. Where's your funds looking like? Do you got to sell the house?
No. I mean, like, does he need to now keep? Like, can he go back to smoking weed? Can he go back to doing what he's doing? Or is the government just like, yo, we're going to need some more in a little while, or we're going to be on you and tag you for something? You know, I don't know.
Or they just put him on parole and let's say you can't fuck around, so we're going to monitor you, so we keep you underneath our thumb, but you're free.
And then you will fuck around.
Right. And then you're going to fuck around, and then we're going to get you and put you back in.
Because that's the other thing, too. Like, if they release him and he's under house arrest, he's dead. Like, because he doesn't have any fucking money to pay for security, shit like that, and you can't go do shows, shit like that. Like, you're not gonna have any money, so it'll be interesting.
Motherfuckers be like, "What? You want me to be 6ix9ine? Want me to be his bodyguard? Yeah, okay. I want to live, man. he might get an assassination attempt. Who knows, man? I mean, we're talking about gang members and shit, man. Niggas got
they're gonna try to kill him, definitely.
Yeah, man. There's hitters everywhere, man. You talking about that's a big fucking gang.
But even you know how serious the government is, like. Bro, they might release him, and then in fucking 3 weeks, they might fucking kill him.
Right.
You know?
And plant a red flag on him, like, them niggas got him.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the interviews like with his baby mother and shit. Like, yo, she's getting threats. She's getting crazy threats. Like, she had to relocate.
Yep.
Witness protection type
Of course,
shit,
that's how fucking Big L died. Big L, they weren't trying to kill Big L. They were trying to kill his brother. His brother was in jail. They killed Big L.
Right.
That's how that
Just
shit happens. Like, and now
crazy. They dumped the whole clip in his face. It's crazy.
So Tekashi's in jail. Who's out of jail? His fucking baby's mother and his child. And yeah, of course, that's how, you know.
Right.
That's how these gangsters roll, guys. This is the white guy talking.
Listen, that's the gangsters roll, man. It's no snitching until it's time to snitch.
Yeah. You saw Troy Ave switch this whole thing when
niggas be doing that hardcore shit.
All that shit happened when Troy Ave was just like, yo, the streets are a lie. But yo, so did you tell him to say, yo, the streets ain't what they said? Yeah.
Yep. Niggas start seeing them century numbers like what? Life. What? How you gonna give me 400 years? That's not even possible. We letting you know how surreal this shit is.
That was in that Math Hoffa versus Sirius Jones battle. He said something to the effect of life goes by in a flash until you're given life. And it's like, because that's what it is, man. Life, yeah, that shit'll go quick until somebody goes, yeah, you got life.
Right.
Oh, bogey.
Everything slows down. Yeah, that's fucked up, man. So snitch if you want to. It's an option. You know, just like bathrooms, choosing a gender bathroom, snitching is totally optional.
Yo, and before the bathrooms change, snitch on who is going into the bathroom.
Get your snitching out of your system.
Grow your hair slightly, cut it in a diagonal downward form, go by Karen, and then ask to talk to every single manager possible.
Oh, man. Can I speak to the manager, please?
Can I please?
Old lady did that shit, and where the hell was I at the other day? Walgreens, I think. And the lady came and opened another register. Said, "I can help, next person in line." Boom, boom, boom. So the lady that came over, I guess, was in front of this lady. I don't know. She wasn't in front of her. I guess it was behind her. But the lady was doing some shit to the side, so the lady went around her and went to it.
Yeah.
So then she started complaining. Oh no, it was Aldi's. That's what it was. She goes, "I want to speak to a manager." And the lady was like, "I am the manager. I'm sorry, that. She was like, "Oh, wait, I'm going to corporate." Like, lady, are you really going to fucking corporate about a lady cutting line?
No.
But that's that kind of person, you know what I mean? That people that like, you got nothing else better to do but go to corporate and complain about bullshit.
Well, that's that thing, too, is I love that we're kind of getting to the end of the era of the customer's always right, because they're not. Sometimes customers are just straight up fucking dickheads, and they're bitches, and they're just fucking people that walk in with attitude like, yo, a fat white woman at Walmart is the most disgusting human being you've ever seen. And I'm not talking because of the appearance. I'm talking about because of the attitude and because of everything and the amount of expectance there, the amount of like, well, this should be, but like, ugh.
Right.
Like, I don't know how people go through fucking life like that. Like, well, you should be treating me like fucking royalty because.
Right. And you get someone that do that shit over to save 50 cents, man.
Yeah.
Like, you going this fucking bonkers right now for 50 cents?
Yep.
Come on,
no,
man.
there's people in real life that'll fucking eat 6 bites of their cheeseburger and walk back up like, you put pickles on this, I didn't want pickles on it. It's like, well, bitch, you fucking ate.
Well, I didn't know until I got to the middle of it. Come on, cut that out, man. Cut that bitch out. You know that some sandwiches is made sloppy at all times. Pickles be all the way off the bun.
No, man, like I'm down with the customer is not always right. Like, listen, if a mistake happens and they want to correct it, that's cool. But some dumb shit like one person is in line before. Shut the fuck up. Right. I wish more fucking people that work there. I wish you could get like one of those a month. You know what I'm saying? Where just like that lady comes up, the best thing that could ever happen in her entire life, and she might need that. Like, you know how I'm not saying, you don't have to answer because you're in a relationship. You know how some girls just need to be fucked in the ass once and then they chill? And then they fucking chill? Listen, blink twice if you feel me. But what I'm saying is,
got shades on. It's
some people just need that, like in public, to just be like, shut the fuck up, you're wrong.
Right.
And they be like, whoa. Oh my God. Oh, and they might go home and they might sit down and just be like, I should stop being a fucking bitch all the time about everything.
Right.
I should stop just fucking complaining and making because there's people that will go in and just like try to have a bad time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, grocery shopping. You're like, I need
to get some free shit out of somebody.
Yeah.
Then it's like you're not even, and they got the money. It's not like they're just scarce with the dollars. It's just you're just being an asshole. You just want to get it to feel like you won and accomplished something.
Exactly. That's the thing. They feel like, I got over on them. It's like, why live your life like that?
I was breaking balls the other day at my brother's house, a little young fella there, and I pointed out to him. I said, bro, he goes, no, I'm not wrong. We're going back and forth about something. I don't know what the fuck we're talking about. But I told him I said, man, he's one of those guys that, you know what it is? You don't even admit when you're wrong, and I pull out the evidence, and it's 100% guarantee that you're wrong because I'm showing you you're wrong 100%. He's the but last time and this and that, I mean, like if you're like, yo, bro, you just came out of there with blood on your hands, you just murdered somebody, but is this blood though? I mean, let's talk about the blood. I mean, why would I do that? Why would I just come out and it's blood? I know what it looks like, but blood is, these are microorganisms and like, what the fuck is you talking about, man? Just say I fucked up, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It just, some people are just not that way, man. They can't come around and saying, hey, I fucked up. You know what I mean? Because it's just some kind of big break it deal. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
no. People think like they're less of a person, bro. There's a huge amount of power in like saying I'm sorry if you really mean it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's today's cancel culture that they think like that's all that they want. Because even think about it now. You know what nobody talks about, and it was only fucking 2 weeks ago, is Dave Chappelle's stand-up special, and oh my God, and how bad it is, and he's saying things. Right. And you know who's not talking about it anymore? Anybody. All the people that were complaining, everybody that was bitching, and everyone that tried to, quote, cancel Dave Chappelle. And you know why it didn't fucking work? Is because he just went, go fuck yourself.
Right.
No, I'm not listening to that shit. Remember how many times...
comedy, man. This is what I do.
Remember how many times Donald Trump was supposed to drop out of the race because they're like, we got him now. He said, grab him by the pussy. And Donald Trump was just like, no, I'm going to still... I'm gonna do this.
I'm gonna run. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna get right by that. This is like business, man. I just keep talking my way around and shit. You tap dance.
And how many other people dropped out because of far less things? And it's just people like that will just stick on the path. And like Dave Chappelle, what would have happened if he just apologized? They don't want just your apology. Then on top of that, it's like, well, now you gotta exactly.
Yeah, right. You host an event. You gotta do some charitable event.
And don't you ever say that again. Right. And even if you do apologize, it's you are not absolved of the sin.
Right.
You apologize, but then that's gonna stick with you forever. That's why I love how Dave Chappelle handled it. Just yo, be mad if you want. Cool.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
That's the thing, man. It's like when you talk about something like comedy is the biggest fucking, stereotypical shit to run with,
as much as I hate safe spaces, comedy should be a fucking safe space. Right. And comedy should be the place where people aren't just like, oh my God. Like, literally, this is comedy.
Right.
Like,
this is meant to be that, but it's not funny, though, to you.
Yeah, to you.
Right. Because it's not funny to you doesn't mean, you can have fucking, like, I know a lot of people are split. Like I'm a Jim Carrey fan. I know people that hate him. There's either love, hate. Like, some people aren't into the overacting shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's, acting bonkers and shit. But, as a kid, I loved the shit. You know what I mean? So I always enjoyed those guys. But, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean, we should stop showing Ace Ventura now because you don't like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, like you said, that's the biggest problem. Like, because you don't like it, it has to change.
I think in the entertainment industry, nobody is better off for apologizing when they weren't sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody came out the other end of it just like, well, it worked out well for me. Like, it doesn't go away because you apologize. That shit still gets piled on. Everyone's still like, and see, he was wrong, and now he knows he's wrong, so if he ever does anything like it again, like, yeah.
Right. So you're not going to own me that way. You just come out and admit the shit, deal with it, and get it on with. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the thing, too, where a lot of people don't understand. Like, yo, you can be offended, but also that can be the end of it.
Right.
Where just you're offended, and that's okay. And, like, you could spend your entire life trying to fucking get everyone to change because you are offended. And obviously with Portland and with bathroom situations, yo, the shit it does work. There are
Right.
success stories.
Right,
I mean,
right. No, it's
so
true.
for some people it does work, and that's what you see why they do it. But
Right.
for me, man, I'm just like, you can be offended if you choose to be, or if you really legitimately are offended. But
Right.
at that doesn't mean that everyone else has to change around you. You know?
Yeah, they want change. Change comes from within, nigga. Change your bullshit self before you want people to just ride your wave. That's your wave. I got my own fucking wave going on. You know, I never was a fan of that, man. And like I said, when I was saying that before, it's like when the ladies upstairs, I thought, I said, man, you motherfuckers is judgmental. Then I laughed at it. I was like, you know what? I know a couple gay people that, friends and family, and them motherfuckers talk about everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, not for nothing, man. Them motherfuckers is gossiping. You know, and them sitting there like, wait, so you could do it? How many fucking jabs you took at somebody for being straight? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like that there's a community of that too. That people that might attack fucking straight people.
Yep.
You know, you start getting these big gay communities around, and it's like anybody come through here that's straight. If it's a guy who like pussy, that nigga dead. You know what I mean? Like we don't want that kind of beef, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give the same treatment you want. Like that's the only thing I don't be respecting, man. When motherfuckers don't, want something different, than what you're receiving because of some status. Like,
Treat it and beat it.
cut that shit out, put that shit in your pocket, and look at it later.
That's like the fucking Houston Rockets right now. They're on some wild shit.
Yeah, they are. So the Houston Rockets had the owner or the GM?
I think it was the GM.
Yeah, either owner. I think it was the GM too. Anyways, one of them big wig motherfuckers.
Because owners don't exist anymore because nobody owns anybody else.
Right. Can't say own. Can't say own. Can't own that team. Can't call them the Pelicans because you're representing a pelican. It's a bird. And if you own the team, that means you technically own the pelican. And that
so
is
after
animal.
I pay off this
Right.
condo, I have the deed to the place. Maybe I'm the deed holder. I'm not the owner.
Right.
Because then I would be my own slave. I think.
Yo, do you
because I
own this
live here.
place? Oh, whoa. You gotta stop a nigga in his track. Whoa. Easy. It's a little fucking personal there. I don't do any of that shit there. And you gotta backtrack. I got black friends. All right? I don't do any of that.
Do you own this building? Whoa. These buildings have feelings.
Right.
Is there a urinal in this building? That shit is gone.
That shit is gone. Buildings want urinals. You know what I mean? I think they appreciate the consolidated space.
Listen, all buildings matter.
All buildings matter.
No urinals matter.
Right, all latrines matter. God damn. Can we have a little thing to
Right?
piss in? Is that okay?
That's why I appreciate the other side of the world, and that's where we're so fucking privileged in America. We don't understand it, bro. The other side of the world, they don't know what fucking toilets are. You know what they got? There's a hole in the fucking ground, and there's a hose next to it to wash that shit down.
Yeah, oof. There's a lot of that. And
Dry or wet, solid or fucking
who did I
spray.
just hear about my fucking landlord for my new place? He's from Tunisia, which is in northern Africa, so they speak Arabic and French by Morocco and all that. And we were talking about because I had toilet problems, and he was like, yeah, it's that they got to get guys coming out. He's saying the problems he had before with the girls that were there. He goes, you got to understand, he's been here for a while, but he said this. He goes, this toilet paper thing, it's not us. We don't do this. You know what I mean? So I'm like, really? What do you do? You know what I mean? It's like, no, they do the toilet paper, but they don't flush it.
Yeah.
They fucking throw it in bags. They wipe their ass and then throw it.
Just throw it in the bag.
Right. And then I'm sitting there like, so you'd have to take that out after every shit. I'm assuming you'd have to throw that out after every shit unless it's some real deeply sealed shit where you can't smell the shit. You know what I mean? It's like, if not, then it's like you're taking it. Every time you take a shit, you're running out to the trash or throw the
You putting this shit in Ziploc bags, dog?
Right. You know what I mean? It's like, suppose he said there's they have these disposable setups for you to do that, And it's like, I don't know, bro. I that's not I'm used to the regular shit.
Regular weed.
Yeah.
Regular
whoa.
shit.
Jesus
But yeah,
Christ.
so what is it with the Rockets that's going on? It's somebody said they enjoyed democracy and they
Yep.
were like, oh my God, no, we like money more.
Yeah, the general manager had said a comment about what's going on over there in China, and he said he was standing with Beijing over Hong Kong, I guess. So,
Because
China,
Beijing wants democracy.
right, and they like their whole little dictatorship they got, and they've had it for years. But the internet helps niggas out. Like, you know what? We want that, nigga. We want to vote and
Yo,
shit.
that's
for
the
niggas.
shit when like that was some real stuff where in other countries the internet is blocked because that's like North Korea. Where in North Korea when they're just like, no, because the West is evil and all this other stuff, and they don't realize like it's just because people are gonna find out the truth about. Yeah, man, it's not all like that, you know. When people imagine, I could never imagine. Like imagine living in a living in a dictatorship and seeing democracy and be like, you can do what you want.
I want that.
Yeah.
It's definitely the jealousy and like I want that. And what way for people to get it is you got to bum rush the streets and protest, man. I mean, it's a little more rougher over there. Like you think I mean, you're dealing with a dictatorship as police force. Oh, them niggas is killing people.
Oh yeah, people are getting shot.
Shot. Like, oh, that was a rubber pellet? No, that was a bullet, nigga.
Yeah,
that nigga's down.
Yeah, you need to understand that you have no rights, and what you're doing is illegal to them. So what they do is pull the blicky out and just shoot you.
So you back down and get shot down.
Yeah,
and they are popping motherfuckers.
And sometimes that first sentence doesn't even happen. It's just, oh, you're there. I see you're doing something wrong. Boom.
Yep.
Let the blicky fly, take a shit and cry.
Oof,
but so. It's kind of a fucked up situation because for the Rockets, dude tweeted that out, and then the Rockets, the people in China are now like basically, hey, fuck you.
They're trying to ban everything.
Not the people in China, the business people in China are like, yo, well, you guys aren't, we're not selling your jerseys anymore. We're not, and
right. And the
China's
NBA
large.
is big over there, man.
yeah.
And the NBA is big in China, man.
And even just especially the Rockets, because you got to think about Yao Ming when he was over there.
That's right. Yao Ming
and then
brought
every
that
single
up.
rapper said Yao Ming.
Right.
It was the worst. 2020's coming.
But
know what's happening.
Right. But Yao was that first Chinese dude. I think he's the first Chinese basketball player ever in the league. So
I mean, definitely the first popular one, if not the first.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm almost sure that he was the first like drafted Chinese, you know what I mean?
In 2017, the population of China is 1.386 billion people.
Jesus Christ.
So, people are fucking since then. So,
right. Well, they get rid of their kids too if they have like if they're shooting for.
Yeah, I think they have that. It's only one. You can have one. So that's why there's so many girls that are in
shelters and shit. Yeah.
Or shit. They're lucky if they make it there. But. Yeah, that was the thing. There's 1 point however many billion people. Like you said, basketball is huge in China.
Yep.
So when they do the thing of like, yo, we're not gonna sell your jerseys no more. We're not gonna
air your shit on TV. We're not doing none of that.
Man,
you know what I mean?
and it was kind of wild to see the Rockets. 50 Cent had a song called "Back Down," and they like even seeing what's the dude with the beard, that ball hog,
Harden.
Even see him. He didn't even know the statement he was supposed to make.
Right. I'm sorry.
He was like, "No, man, I'm sorry because we love China. We love what they do and everything that they do." It's like, whoa.
He even said, "I'm going to repeat this again in Chinese, just so you niggas know I'm real about this shit."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Ning Lao Sun La, like, this nigga, okay.
No, man, it was a really weird, like, just. You could tell the word came down from above of like, yo, tighten up, apologize, say sorry, fuck, like, no, you're not with democracy. And it's weird, like being in a country of democracy and just being like, guys, no, well, what you're doing is fine. WWE does the same thing with Saudi Arabia when they go over there and they get that blood money.
Oof, Saudi.
That's all it is, man. It's that
just straight turbans and love and money, nigga.
It's wild because in WWE, the female wrestlers can't go over there. No Jewish wrestlers can go over there. No gay wrestlers can go over there. No nothing because they can straight up kill you in the fucking streets for whatever they choose.
Can't pretend he's not gay for a day.
I think
as soon as that nigga bend over to pick up something, yalla. Oh shit, the nigga about to get his face cut off, man.
Telling you because they do all their research before of like they find out who the people like. It's not a volunteer. It's like no, like there's one Jewish wrestler, Sami Zayn. They're just like, no, you cannot come over here. Like you're
because he's Jewish. That's crazy. I didn't think they were still beefing. Like, I forgot Israel and Palestine are still beefing, but
straight beef,
right? Just backyard beef, man. This is my shit. My shit.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Fucking. That's one of the things that we don't understand about or don't think about enough. How lucky we are to be in America, and instead we're fucking complaining about bathrooms when it's like oh yeah, you showed too much of your neck. Sorry, we have to kill you.
Right,
now.
right, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and with a machete.
Right.
Sorry,
It's
but that's just what we're gonna
painful.
do.
It's no hot shot. It's gonna be very fucking painful, and you're gonna feel
Yeah.
every bit of it. Like, oh my god, this fucking guy I worked with, man, last week showed me a video. Like, I don't know, he gets those video clips from his cousin that's on those really disturbing websites, and it was
Like
a
live
picture.
leak and shit like that.
Yeah, and it was a video of a guy that they had him ass naked on the ground, and it was like, I don't know, it was in another country, like a Spanish country maybe, like Guatemala, some shit, Honduras. But this guy,
Pueblo.
they had him all fucking tied up on the ground, arms around his back. He's butt naked. And the kicker is the fucking pit bull ate his fucking dick off and was just sitting there chewing at his fucking midsection. He's like, but he's not like beating and going crazy. Like, they trained that dog to just eat. And he's
Just eat through.
He's just fucking sitting there eating and chewing spot. And he's fucking, the guy's like, and they're fucking slapping him, shoving shit in his mouth, telling him to shut up. Fucking disturbing, man. I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like, the whole time. It's like, yo, where's his dick at? He ate the fuck. And then it's just like, ate his whole shit. And now I think about stuff like that, and it's like, wow, what the fuck did he do? Did he just steal from a grocery store? I would like to think that the only way I would say somebody would deserve something like that would be that, like, if a guy's like, you raped my wife or something, or you rape somebody close to that person that's doing it to you,
Yeah.
or a child of any sorts. You know what I mean? Like, those are the only things I could think of, and especially in another country where they just like take law into their own hands. Man.
Yeah.
I seen one in the island one time. It was on the Faces of Death shit where they fucking burnt the guy alive on a tree because
Yep.
he raped a girl in the village.
Yeah.
And they beat the shit out of him, tied him to a tree, and then it's fucking
Knucking and bucking.
yeah, man. His skin just peeled like a fucking old banana, man. It's crazy.
Nah, man, what we're talking about here on Watermelon versus Pumpkin is to be grateful where you live
Right.
if you do have the freedoms to live there. Because even in our fucking country, even in America, if you get fucking sentenced to death row, that shit ain't happening for another 15 fucking
Right.
years. You
It's
know
true.
what I'm
I know
saying?
you're
Like,
gonna be alive for a while.
you're still good.
You have a higher chance of dying before your fucking actual death date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I think like with the newer generation of the Chinese, citizens and whatnot, and the younger, and there's so much onto it, it'll be a different flow of once they're adults. You know what I mean? The young ones become adults that are part of it, and then they're gonna win that democracy, man. And it's gonna be a different kind of almost trading deal because they're gonna be a different flow. You're gonna see more Chinese interracial relations.
Yeah. Well, you got to think, all the kids right now in China that are, and it's happening still every weekend. It's still popping off because, like, us in America, we lose the sexiness of it after fucking like 2 weeks. We're just like, oh shit, and it's still happening. It's still happening.
Right.
And then it goes back a page in the newspaper, back a page in the
Right.
newspaper, and we're just like,
And it's gone.
yeah, like, who knows if any of those underwater fucking oil leaks ever stopped? Who the fuck
right.
knows? I don't hear about them anymore.
Listen,
you know what I mean?
Obama
What
got
happened
up
with
and
the
said it was
Epstein
good, so
story
we ran
when?
with it.
Yeah, nobody knows about shit anymore because as soon as it disappears, you're just like, oh, that. All right, well, cool. Like that lady cop we were talking about that got fucking
Oh, man, 10 years.
But real quick to sew up the Chinese thing, where like all those kids that are protesting now, eventually like they're gonna grow up and be adults, and you're just like, well, they're gonna have a different mindset. Obviously,
Right.
they're not as mentally trapped as
The people that are
you know.
traditional. This is what we do. This is how we run our government. This is how you run our families. It's tradition. I mean, to the point where I even heard like, if you see a girl from China, she's Chinese, and she has anything besides black hair, it's almost blasphemous. You know what I mean? It's like, blonde hair, what, red? She's gonna get the looks. She's gonna get shunned by her own fucking people.
Oh yeah,
My landlord said that, he was like, not my landlord, this guy I worked with, he was like, people give him a lot of shit because, he's got the look, very strong Arabic. His eyebrows are very thick and very down. And so he was always wondering, why do people, I said, hey, man, it's unfortunate. It's just what it is, man. You're stereotyped, bro. Welcome to the club of things, you know what I mean? It's America. Like, if a nigga's doing something fucked up or not, if people are just misunderstood, they're going to put you in a bucket, man.
oh yeah,
That's where you live. You know what I mean? He said, what?
tuck it in the bucket.
Why do these people look at me like this? Why? Well, it's your turn. But it's just that he was saying that in his country, he said, he gets a lot of shit because people automatically, when he says he's from Palestine, they automatically say you're Muslim. He goes, if anything, he's a complete opposite. He said, I'm a minority back home because I'm Catholic. He said,
wow.
He said, I'm safer here than being a Catholic at home.
Yeah.
They're fucking, it's not safe at all for anybody outside of being a Muslim back there. You know what I mean? it's insane, bro. You know, I know none of these niggas.
Right? That's wild. But how we were we were just about to hop into that cop subject.
Yeah, cop subject. Yeah, was in Texas, I think.
I'm not sure.
I think it was a Texas, the stand your ground state. This officer, for those that don't know the story, it's been happened a couple weeks ago or so.
No, this was a while because she just went through the fucking trial. So
this was a while back. Okay, yeah, I feel like I vaguely remember that story, but I didn't really.
Yeah. I honestly, I know that we talked about it, but it was probably on like episode 50 something.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Like it was a while ago.
Right, yeah. Well, the story was that she mistakenly went into
drunkenly,
mistakenly went into her neighbor's house and thought it was her house. So now she's at home, thinking she's home. She's an off-duty cop, off duty at the time. Comes in the house, thinking it's hers, drunk as fuck. Oh shit, there's a motherfucker in here with a bowl of cereal and a spoon. I got to kill that nigga.
See, now you had to say that while I was laughing, but no, because it's the part that I'm thinking is, yeah, her drunken like, he's eating my ice cream.
Right. Is there my honey bunches of oats? Oh, this nigga got to go. You know, so basically, she shot him up, man, in his apartment that she thought was hers. Drunk and all, man. You got to see something. Like I said, the doormat. As soon as you open the door, I'm even getting I'm getting a smell. Like I know what my house smells like.
Yeah.
If I open the door and the shit smells like some old wet dog or some like fucking cumin or curry heavy, like, nah, this is not my house.
Yep, this ain't mine.
You know what I mean? And then you're gonna go and shoot the nigga in front of a TV that nothing looks like anything of yours. You're just blasting away.
Yeah,
because you feel as though you lived it because the setup of the apartment was the same.
That's my thing though, where I'm like, I wish I had done a little bit more research on it because I'm wondering like, did this fucking dude die just straight up because he forgot to fucking lock his door? You know what I'm saying?
He definitely didn't lock it, and that would have been the move right there. He would have had his door locked. She fumbles outside with her keys and realizes it's not her house.
Yeah, like that's so fucking wild. That I got to think because then I remember there being a little controversy with that I don't know. Is like, was dude really just home with his fucking door unlocked and she walked in?
And the thing is, so she got sentenced 10 years.
10 years.
10 years for killing somebody in their house. I don't know how to take that, man. That's
I don't know. All I gotta say is that if he killed her, that shit would not have been 10 years.
No, hell no.
And I mean in an opposite situation. I mean if a black male kicked in the door, and I'm not saying she kicked in the door. If a black man walked into, listen, same situation. Right. If the black man walked into the mistaken because he was drunk and came home and that was the excuse, and oh shit, I thought this was mine. Mine's apartment 1A. You're in apartment 1. Right. Walked in and just flipped out and killed her. If he killed the cop, I doubt he'd be doing 10 years in jail.
Right. That's crazy.
And even the other shit that I hate, and like, because I don't know if you saw, but like the murdered fella, his brother, like hugged the lady, and his father hugged the lady, and the judge hugged the lady, and it was all big.
The mother?
Of the
hugged the cop.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought they meant the family members.
No. Fucking hugged the cop, and I was just all like, the judge hugged the cop. The fucking.
What was that? I mean, how bad did they feel for her? You know what I mean? Like somebody lost their life.
Because they believed the straight up accident part, but I just don't get the like, I'm killing you instantly. Right. I'll be dead honest with you. If I walked into my house and somebody else is in my house, probably the first thing I would do is go back out of my house. Right, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, you know.
Right.
I don't know if the first, but cops are different and.
Right. People are like, oh, you got a bum rush. Yeah, but I know you're in your house, but you don't know what the fuck he got on him.
But then, too, you don't know how many people are in there. You don't know how many. But
you don't know the situation.
And also, too, if the story is to be believed, where the dude is literally sitting down watching TV, eating ice cream, it just seemed, man, none of it seemed good, you know.
And then to top it off was just the other day.
And how drunk are you that you don't recognize your neighbor?
Right, I know. Oh God. And what happened just the other day? That one of the key witnesses that pointed out her over there got killed, gunned down.
Yeah.
Like,
which none of that shit sounds right.
And then it's like, there's like none of that shit was premeditated. Like that, from what they say, he wasn't a street dude. He wasn't in the streets like that.
Yeah.
This guy was a worker every day. Obviously, he wasn't a street dude because if he was, he would have never been in front of that fucking stand and saying any of that shit. You know what I mean? Street niggas go 100% no snitching. I don't know that nigga. He could be a racist motherfucker that hate black people and kill a bunch of black people. I still ain't gonna snitch on him.
That's that
like,
Cameron shit.
Yeah,
when the
like,
dude has so if there was a serial killer living next door to you, I'd move.
You ain't gonna tell nobody. No heads up. No bat signal. I'm out. None of my business. I don't snitch on niggas. Like, come on, man. Shit, man. I need to walk around your ass and just let money fall off and rob you. I'm gonna rob Cameron. Well, he ain't gonna snitch.
Killer.
You know what I mean? He's against it. But that whole thing is funny. You know, I came up with a little thing I was thinking of. I said, maybe, all right, here's a thought. Maybe this guy was somebody she was fucking with. Went in there, you know what I mean? Had a little beef with him and decided to pop off on him. You know what I mean? Maybe it could have been a lover's quarrel. You know what I mean? And now the only way to cover it up is get that other nigga killed. Maybe he knew a little bit. But it's like, no, because she got sentenced already. That's why I don't understand. That's why I get this, like, why would she go have that guy killed after she was sentenced already?
Yeah.
And she's only got sentenced for 10 years for a murder, which she's only mandated to do 5. So basically, on a good behavior, because she's not going to go in there and doing dumb shit, I'm sure. 5 years you got for murdering somebody. She'll be out in 5 years and back on the force.
That's wild.
You know what I mean? And she killed the guy in his own home. That's why I'm like, I don't know. I don't think somebody can be that stupid enough.
I hope that family goes civil next, and then just fucking, and not even against her, against the fucking police department, the city, all that other shit, because it just doesn't make any fucking sense.
Somebody's got to be accountable for that shit.
That was the shit that I saw with the brother. Like, he's on the stand, they're talking, and then he's like, "Can I just give you a hug?" I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck if it's the biggest accident ever. Like, if you killed somebody I know accidentally, like, we're still not going to be like, oh my God, we'll get through this together. Like, no, like, somehow I got a friend out of this.
Right.
No.
That's why you have your support system. I need mine. Right now, we can't mesh because,
no.
I mean, somebody when I see that as like, that's a big heart, very forgiving heart. That is possibly true. I just don't have that. You know what I mean? No. I don't think I could. You know what I mean? Maybe eventually, but not initially. Initially, man, it's like, hell no. And then I'm hearing the sentence, and it's like, what?
No.
You only got what? Like,
that's like those people on the show Catfish who, like, get catfished and meet up with the person, blow up with them, and then the dude talks to them. Like, so do you still? Yeah, we're friends now. Like, what?
We're working things out.
Yeah.
Like, you got a stranger in your house, man. You working it out? Good God, get y'all shit together, people. But
shit is wild.
you know, she's justice sometimes doesn't work.
Yo, justice is blind.
Justice is blind, nigga. Lady Liberty. You know what I mean? So I mean, we was rocking, man. I mean, I think it's the end of the day.
It's the beginning of the night.
I mean, and you niggas is 94, man. East 1995. Ooh, I-95's coming up.
Bars.
I-95 next week, y'all. Hey, we'll probably have a little spread out here for the 100th episode. Maybe we'll have some balloons and some food and shit. We're going to get right, man. We'll have the Impossible Whopper coming up soon.
One day.
One sweet day. Before it's not on the menu anymore. I think with that Impossible Whopper is like, that's the shit they've been doing. And that is like, we're just giving you an inside secret. So now we don't have to hide anymore. You know what I mean?
Listen.
Let you niggas know, like, oh, it's not that bad. You like it? Nigga, we've been doing this shit the whole time. We're tired of hiding this shit. So yeah, we're going to run with that now.
Yo, you're telling me that at this point, by now, Popeyes couldn't have rustled up some more chicken sandwiches? Like, you want to talk about dropping the fucking ball?
I think they're not that murder rate is not happening at a high enough scale for them chickens, man. They ain't getting them enough, man. Like,
telling you, man, we should have bought a couple and tossed them in the freezer just to be like, yo, I put on eBay now. Like, what?
Who want a chicken sandwich sent to them? Nigga, frozen chicken sandwich. Oh God, I love you niggas.
Watermelon versus Pumpkin,
Watermelon.
episode 94. There's black people, there's white people. Come on, man, we're here together. Unity.
We don't care what you are. We just care that you are. Oh fuck. Yeah, I haven't seen that Impossible Whopper shit, but so the thing is, it's not all.